In this video, we're going to take a quick look of what's inside the transmission on the HG p407. It's the TAMIYA bruiser clone, and this is a brand new tranny. It's a brand new kit I'm building, so I have a bunch of videos on the build you can go check out. So anyway, I just want to see what's in it, make sure it's got some decent lube. I was a little leery about taking it apart, but get your paper towel, and I kind of mark, where everything goes as I take it apart. And take lots of pictures with your phone. That always helps. And just take your time. It's like a puzzle. I was a Ford mechanic, and I rebuilt the manual transmissions, the ZF and the M50Ds, and so it's kind of cool to see little shift forks and synchros, kind of like, and gears, But anyway, if you use the back cover like I did and let everything sit in there, I got this sitting on top of the housing at the moment. That kind of keeps everything together. That's like when you overhaul training, that's kind of how I'd do it if I could. And then I could take it apart and put it back together as I could, and slide the housing over, zip it back together, and get it back in the truck. But there's not a whole lot to talk about in here. These are a little assortment on bearings. You have some sealed bearings, and you got a few plastic parts, and then this isn't a sealed bearing. They're not all the same. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then this is your other plastic part, is your spider gears or planetaries, whatever you want to call them. And so that's where that's where your gib's gonna be, and it has to be somewhere. So that's when you're gonna tear something up in this train, it's gonna be these plastic bits. But they kind of design it that way, and the other tranny's all plastic, I think, in the Ford. And the high lift, I don't know, I can't even find that thing. I'm gonna try and find a kit so I can take a look at it. But anyway, just a real short video. I just wanted to kind of take a look at what's in here. I'll do some light lubing on it and put it back together. With sealed bearings, there's not much you can do. And but they got a little bit of oil on it from the factory, but I want to put just a little bit of white lithium grease. Don't just pack it full, but a little bit here and there on the gears. And hopefully I'll quiet it up. I've watched some videos, boy, and it sounds like a grinder. So hopefully that will help quiet things down. Now, on my kit, my front drive shaft, just a note here, if you're following along with all the videos, my rear drive shaft didn't have any pins in it. My front one did, and they're silver. Now, the book says they're all the same. What is it? CX. Oh, heck. CX001. And now there's two black ones in bags, and I put them in the diffs to lock the diffs. Now, if they don't want you locking diffs in there, that's why they're not sending them now. I don't know what the deal is. I sent them an email. We'll find out what they say. But it's weird that the front shaft, they're already in the shaft, and this one, there's nothing. So maybe I just didn't get them in the shaft, and I did put the right black pins. Well, they all say they use the same pin part number, but there is silvers and there's blacks. So I put the blacks in the rear ends, and I'm hoping I'm just missing the silvers. They'll send me a drive shaft. But anyway, for the time being, I have my original RC 4-wheel drive shaft, and I'll just put some short screws in it for now, and that'll get me by for rear shaft until they get me something sent. Anyway, that's it on this video. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one.